Ladies and gentlemen, I will have a live stream this evening at around 6 p.m. Pacific time to discuss the Twitter congressional hearings and all the lies told by Twitter officials and also by Democrats. Here's one of the greatest, most deceitful comments, the greatest lies and most deceitful comments. AOC smears the Post as she falsely claims Hunter Biden laptop story is half fake. Okay, so the Hunter Biden story has nothing to do with photos. Okay, the Rolling Stone and others have tried to paint this as Twitter protecting the country from Hunter's photos. No, it has nothing to do with photos. Okay, interestingly enough, Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel haven't even not even one joke on all the compromising, oftentimes amusing photos found within that laptop. But that's another story. That just goes to show this public relations monstrosity works one way, as an extension of the Democratic Party. But AOC knows that, number one, Bernie Sanders was cheated. Number two, the Medicare for All scam and the single payer health care scam that she raised a great deal of money on. And all the other pundits, you're talking about million to 4 million sub people. How much money did they all make on promising that they would work for Medicare for All and get the Democrats to vote for it on the House floor? They didn't even vote for single payer health care on the floor of the House of Representatives when they had the House of Representatives. That should show you these people are the biggest liars on the planet. They wouldn't even vote for it. Forget about passing it. They wouldn't even vote for it because then they said, well, the political reality wouldn't allow us. Like, what? You voted for Trump's impeachment. You knew he wasn't going to be removed. But anyway, they knew Trump wasn't going to be removed. But politics, if it suits the Democratic Party, the progressives and the left will, do anything they're told. And then they'll just do a 180. Well, it's not politically feasible. Well, neither was removing Trump. Okay, because guess what? You fabricated an absurd Red Scare and McCarthy era political climate. These are the people who are the morally superior among us. But AOC claims that it's half fake. It's 100% true. We know this because the New York Times here, Washington Post, New York Times finally admit Hunter's laptop is real, but only to protect Joe some more. So the New York Post not only was suspended because their reporting was accurate, because the truth about the Democratic Party could have swung things to Trump, but you have AOC now losing sight of what is truly important. And here's what's important. The email in question, one of the emails is, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf? That's the email. Okay? Influence on the company's behalf. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where here's just one of the emails. A corporation paying Hunter, asking him advice on how you could use your influence. The influence being influencing U.S. foreign policy through Joe. It's right there. They have their hand caught in the cookie jar. Nothing like this in terms of evidence can be seen with Trump. They don't have this type of evidence with Trump. That's why they haven't indicted him yet. They couldn't indict him for anything for the past 7 years. That doesn't mean they won't eventually. They could very well do that. But AOC is smearing the New York Post, lying blatantly, knowing very well that the New York Post was accurate. Their reporting was accurate. The truth about the DNC emails showed that people like AOC are just there, and Bernie Sanders and the Elizabeth Warren are just there to funnel left-leaning votes back into the Democratic Party. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post in 2015, and the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. People say, well, why do you bring that up? Well, I support Trump now because I don't want to be 90 seconds to midnight. We are 90 seconds to midnight. So AOC was talking about how the environment is going to end the planet because of our, how we treat the environment. We'll just leave it at that. They're consistently talking about a nuclear confrontation now. We weren't with Trump as president. We are less safe in terms of foreign policy. There wasn't an invasion under Trump. There wasn't a spy balloon under Trump. They lied about that too. The people who pontificate and preach about lying lie the most. Hit subscribe to this channel. I will have a live stream today at around 6 p.m., but probably about 5:45 p.m. Pacific time. So be here and go to AJ Goodman's other channel. I will have segments there today as well. And starting tomorrow back, I'll start growing that channel again. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is below, ladies and gentlemen. So to my Patreons, thank you so very much. My new Patreons, thank you. Become a member of this channel. But AOC is lying. And Biden, all he did was lie last night. And 25% of the national debt, something absurd like that was under Trump. It's like, well, no, the Democrats shut down the economy. They pushed to shut down the economy. If Republican governors reluctantly did so, or they had to do so because the entire media and government and bureaucracy or government officials stated that, oh my God, specific bureaucrats that Democrats worship stated, oh, we had to shut down the economy. That fuel, the drive for that emanated from the Democratic Party. So you have just absolute lies, the most deceitful statements. You had AOC asking, pontificating and preaching about an eviction moratorium as Democrats and AOC prevented people from owning businesses or working in their restaurants and bars. Democratic governors went after entrepreneurs with a passion. And there are a great number of stories of people risking their livelihood and facing political and economic persecution by Democratic states. Democrats gleefully tank the economy, and then they blame Trump for doing so. But Trump continually stated, no, we have to open up. And all that stimulus, they tanked the economy, then they pretended they were the good guys by giving stimulus. Like, well, you tanked the economy, and you did so because Twitter was working with government officials. They worked with government officials also when it came to silencing Hunter's laptop. Here, advice on how you can use your influence on the company's behalf. This is the email that could easily lead to felonies. There is nothing that Democrats have that could lead to felonies with Trump. Nothing. That's why they weren't able to indict him. You can indict Hunter on this email and Joe tomorrow because you already have the suspicious activity reports with the financial dealings and a whole lot of other emails. And you have a concerted effort by government officials to work with Twitter employees to silence discussion about Hunter's laptop. So when you look, AOC smears the post. She falsely claims Hunter laptop story is half fake. The only thing that's half fake is AOC's care and concern for progressive causes or immigration, for example. There are worse atrocities taking place right now during Biden's administration than there ever was during Trump's administration. But you don't see AOC looking into a chain link fence. And then she has campaign finance violations, where she had corporations and PACs, political action committees, and there are two YouTubers that potentially could be potentially involved in a potential scam. So these people, Democrats, wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats who complain about everything, yet in a deceitful manner, complain about Trump being an authoritarian, yet in the most deceitful and dishonest and conniving manner, accuse people who told the truth. The Post told the truth. And the truth, okay, Assange told the truth. The New York Post told the truth. Veritas tells the truth. O'Keefe tells the truth. But the system, Democrats, the highly educated don't like the truth because it helps Trump. The truth helps Trump. That's why the New York Post was silenced and censored by Twitter. That's what happens when when you have the truth helping Trump. That's a big problem for Democrats, a huge problem. Give me your thoughts below. Be here tonight at around 5:45 p.m. Pacific, everybody. 5:45 Pacific time. Thanks, everyone. Be here for the live stream.